Hi! Welcome to Dark Souls 3. We're going to have a look at getting the Symbol of Avarice really easily. This is an item which isn't guaranteed to drop, unlike the previous Dark Souls, where you got it for killing all the mimics. This is a random drop from any mimic. So I've just started off a deprived character very quickly, run through the training boss and the first bonfire in the High Wall of Lothric. I like to hide behind that pillar so Mr. Screamy Face doesn't wake everyone up. But then progress through this room until you get to where the Wyvern lands. Now if the Wyvern, watch out for this guy behind the barrel, he always gets me. But yeah, through here there's a dude with a spear and an archer. And if this is the first time you've come here, you can run up here. You can usually do this even if the dragon has landed, or the Wyvern, or whatever. But make your way through here and pop that door open to open a little shortcut. If not, simply go and beat the guy with the shield and the bow, the two who were by the door, and just run past them underneath to get up to the same place. Watch out for that knight, he might have your face early on. I tried to take him on with a plank shield and parry, but the timing on the plank shield parry is miserable. So I failed, you'll see. Anyway, the second bonfire is just above there. And this is where we need to be. The room that we just went through actually is where the mimic is, but we need some Undead Hunter Charms first. So we're going to kill this guy, drop kill that chap. He's got a friend there, so don't miss him. And then through this door there's a guy who climbs over the wall on the right, and you can smack him down before he's even climbed up. Another chap comes up the stairs here, so deal with him. And then there's a pus of man, or man of pus, or whatever it is here. If you kill him quickly, it's easier with a bow. He won't transform. And on this roof there's a few goodies. There's a couple of souls, I think, and also a crystal lizard with a raw gem, which is not a bad infusion to use early on. Then down these stairs and basically through this doorway on the left. Watch out for the knight with the shield and the spear, and also being shot in the back by a bow. There's a guy in here who always gets me, and I'm never quite sure where he comes from. You'll see him there. I should probably look around a bit better, but watch out for him when you come in. Heal up, and then down on the right, in these pots, you'll see a guy sitting there, and also there's a corpse sticking out of that one with some undead bone charms. Undead Hunter Charms, sorry. Confusing the undead bone shards. And you can use those to put a mimic back to sleep. So make your way back up the ladder across the roof and back to the bonfire. Don't miss the fire bombs. And there's a little treasure there, a little soul. I'm going to reset at the bonfire. Actually, I was going to try and parry the knight, but as you can see, the parry on the plank shield is rubbish. So back to the bonfire we've just done. In here, watch for this guy, kill him. I'm going to let the knight just go down the stairs and ignore him. And then into this room where we just opened the shortcut. Now you'll have to kill the Wyvern with arrows if you're coming in from the other side. That door only opens one way, but here's the mimic. And you can tell mimics, their little chain will point forwards instead of backwards. And also if you hit them, they'll kind of wake up and turn into terrifying looking beasts. But once he's up and targeted, just use the Undead Hunter Charm on him, and he will go back to sleep. And you can quite happily take the item that he had, in this case a deep battle axe, out of his chest. Now you can club them once more. I actually end up clubbing him a lot because I'm going to kill him. But then when they wake up again, I could have got a lot more hits in there. You can just chuck another one and they'll go back to sleep. And each time you chuck an Undead Hunter Charm at them, there's a chance they'll drop the Symbol of Avarice. And that's basically what we're trying to do here. You can carry 5 at a time per bonfire, and you're not going to be able to buy more until you get the Paladin's Ashes. And we'll have a little look at where they are in a second. But I'm just going to kill this mimic. Yeah, so, I mean, if you're onto your last mimic, or really as soon as you've got the Paladin's Ashes, if you really want the Symbol of Avarice, you don't need to worry about getting it too early. It's really very much a farming item. But 50% more souls is pretty useful, as is 100 extra item damage, but it sucks your health. Anyway, get to the Cathedral of the Deep bonfire, and just go left at these stairs. There's a slightly tricky NPC fight down here. This is pretty far into the game compared to Lothric Castle. It's, what, 2 or 3 bosses down. So fight this chap. He gives me a little more trouble than I'd wish because I'm using the slowest sword in the world. But there are the Paladin's Ashes. Take those back to the Shrine Handmaiden, and she will sell you, amongst other things now, Undead Hunter Charms for 500 a pop. There we go, so just buy as many of those, but you can only take, as it shows, 5 into combat. Now the next mimic you meet won't be until you get past this giant in the Cathedral of the Deep, most likely. There's a couple of others, but yeah, I think you have to go through the Cathedral of the Deep to get them again. The chain's kind of under the carpet there, but you can see it's pointing forward, which indicates it's a mimic. And with your 5 Undead Hunter Charms, basically what you want to do is hit the Mimic once, put him to sleep. I've already got one on this character, annoyingly. Literally the first charm I used on the first chest unlocked him. But use it once and then chuck the Undead Charm at him. He'll go back to sleep. Make sure you dodge his attacks. There we are. He'll drop his treasure. There we are, always first. Now hit him once again. I'm just hitting him a lot because it doesn't really matter. But again, you can see the chain goes forward there, not back. When he gets up and you can target him, chuck another Undead Bone Charm at him. Walk up. If you can pick up the Symbol of Avarice, it'll just appear loot item when you're close to the chest. If it doesn't come up, hit him once, do it again, hit him once, do it again, hit him once, do it again. Don't kill him. Go back to the bonfire, pick up 5 more, and just keep doing that. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Anyway, that's it for now. On the left, all the farming equipment that you're going to need, and on the right we're going to have a look at farming covenant items and some of the item rewards. That's the Great Wolf Curved Sword. Anyway, that's it for now. See you in the next video. Bye!